Your comfort is a slow poison, and you are drinking it willingly. The standard, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, is what allows us to shatter the illusion of our comfort zones. It's what awakens us from the dream we've been living, a life of mediocre existence, fueled by complacency and ignorance. The world doesn't want us to understand this fundamental truth, because if we do, we'll become uncontrollable, like a software glitch that can't be patched. We're living in a world where average is the new standard. The masses have accepted that it's impossible to stand out, that we're nothing more than replaceable cogs in a machine that churns out faceless, unremarkable individuals. We've been sedated by this average standard, trained to settle for mediocrity, and it's suffocating us. We're dying from a lack of aspiration, trapped in a sea of sameness, unable to distinguish ourselves from the crowd. But there's a glitch in the system, a way of thinking that threatens the status quo. It's a virus that spreads through those who refuse to conform, who dare to dream bigger, and who won't be held back by fear or doubt. When we adopt this way of thinking, we become a beacon of hope for those who are tired of living in the shadows. We ignite a spark within ourselves, a flame that flickers with purpose, and it's this fire that burns brighter with every sacrifice we make. One such data point in history is Nikola Tesla, a man who refused to be bound by the conventional wisdom of his time. He sacrificed his reputation, his relationships, and even his sanity to push the boundaries of science and innovation. Tesla's life was a testament to the power of this ancient code, a code that drives us to pursue greatness, no matter the cost. He knew that the line between genius and insanity is thin, and that the only way to cross it is to be willing to risk everything. When we adopt this way of thinking, we become a mirror that reflects the cowardice of those around us. Those who are content with their lives will see us as outliers, as people who are either masochistic or delusional. They'll label us as obsessive or crazy because our growth reminds them of their stagnation. They'll say that we're taking unnecessary risks, that we're being reckless, and that we're not thinking of the consequences. But we know that the only consequence is not to try at all. The friction of societal expectations can be intense, a force that pushes us back into the safety of our comfort zones. But we must resist this pressure. We must resist the temptation to retreat. We must know that the only way to truly live is to be willing to die to our old selves, to die to the mediocrity that's been holding us back. It's a painful process, one that requires us to confront our deepest fears, but it's the only way to be free. The cost of greatness is often met with ridicule and scorn. It's as if the very idea of striving for excellence is a threat to the status quo. People will say you're being arrogant, that you're trying too hard, that you're out of touch with reality. But the truth is, they're just envious. They're envious of your potential, your drive, your willingness to take risks. They're envious of the fact that you're not content with mediocrity. You see, when you choose to pursue greatness, you're choosing to be alone. You're choosing to walk a path that's not well lit, a path that's fraught with danger and uncertainty. You're choosing to be the only one in the room who's awake, while everyone else is sleeping. This could be a lonely experience, one that's fraught with isolation and disconnection. People around you will start to doubt you, to question your sanity, to wonder what's wrong with you. And you'll be left with the daunting task of proving them wrong, of showing them that your vision is worth pursuing. But the cost of greatness is not just external, it's also internal. You'll have to confront your own fears, your own doubts, your own limitations. You'll have to dig deep within yourself to find the strength to keep going, even when the going gets tough. And it will get tough. It will get tough because you're pushing against the boundaries of what's possible. You're pushing against the limits of what's acceptable. You're pushing against the inertia of a world that's content with the status quo. The internal struggles are as real as the external pressures. You'll have to navigate the complex landscape of your own mind, where doubts and fears lurk in every corner. You'll have to confront the little voice that tells you you're not good enough, that you're not talented enough, that you're not worthy of success. You'll have to silence that voice, to drown it out with a louder voice that tells you you're capable, you're strong, you're unstoppable. But the greatest battle is the one with yourself. It's the battle to reconcile your desire for greatness with your fear of failure. It's the battle to reconcile your ambition with your humility. It's the battle to reconcile your desire to stand out with your need to fit in. And it's a battle that requires great courage, great resilience, and great determination. The internal struggles are not just a personal issue. They're a societal issue. We live in a world that perpetuates the idea that success is a solo activity, that it's something you do on your own. But the truth is, success is a collective activity. It's something that requires collaboration, cooperation, and community. It's something that requires you to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who support you, who encourage you to keep going. The greatest cost of greatness is not what you lose, but what you gain. It's not the criticism, the ridicule, or the isolation. It's not the self-doubt, the fear, or the uncertainty. It's what you gain when you choose to pursue greatness. The freedom to be yourself, the courage to express yourself, the strength to overcome any obstacle. It's the gift of knowing that you're not just living for yourself, but for the person you're meant to be. You see, greatness is not just about achieving success. It's about living a life that's true to yourself. It's about being authentic, being vulnerable, being brave. It's about being willing to take risks, to face challenges head-on, and to push beyond your limits. And it's a journey that requires great courage, great resilience, and great determination. But the greatest gift of greatness is the one you don't even realize you're getting, the gift of impact. The gift of leaving a mark on the world that's greater than yourself. The gift of inspiring others to pursue their own greatness, to chase their own dreams, and to achieve their own potential. It's a gift that's worth more than any amount of money, any amount of recognition, or any amount of praise. There are 6 immutable truths that you must carry with you on this journey. Truth number 1. Greatness is not something you acquire. It's something you become. It's a mindset, a way of thinking, a way of being. It's not something you obtain. It's something you cultivate. And it's only when you become it that you can truly achieve it. Why, you ask? Because when you become greatness, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop measuring yourself by external standards. You stop looking for validation from others. You start looking within yourself at your own strengths, your own weaknesses, your own potential. And you start to see that greatness is not something you acquire. It's something you already possess. Truth number 2. Greatness requires sacrifice. It requires you to let go of your ego, your pride, your attachments. It requires you to surrender your need for control, your need for perfection, your need for certainty. And it's only when you let go that you can truly achieve greatness. Why, you ask? Because when you let go, you stop holding on to things that are holding you back. You stop holding on to fear, doubt, and uncertainty. You stop holding on to the need for recognition, the need for validation, the need for approval. And you start to see that greatness is not something you achieve. It's something you embody. Truth number 3. Greatness requires courage. It requires you to face your fears, your doubts, your uncertainties. It requires you to take risks, to challenge the status quo, to push beyond your limits. And it's only when you face your fears that you can truly achieve greatness. Why, you ask? Because when you face your fears, you stop letting them hold you back. You stop letting fear, doubt, and uncertainty dictate your actions. You start to see that greatness is not something you achieve, it's something you embody. Truth number 4. Greatness requires resilience. It requires you to bounce back from setbacks, to overcome obstacles, to persevere through challenges. And it's only when you develop resilience that you can truly achieve greatness. Why, you ask? Because when you develop resilience, you stop being held back by failure. You stop letting setbacks dictate your actions. You start to see that greatness is not something you achieve, it's something you embody. Truth number 5. Greatness requires community. It requires you to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who support you, who encourage you to keep going. And it's only when you build a community that you can truly achieve greatness. Why, you ask? Because when you build a community, you stop being alone. You stop being isolated. You start to see that greatness is not something you achieve, it's something you embody. Truth number 6. Greatness requires surrender. It requires you to let go of your need for control, your need for perfection, your need for certainty. And it's only when you surrender that you can truly achieve greatness. Why, you ask? Because when you surrender, you stop trying to control everything. You stop trying to perfect everything. You start to see that greatness is not something you achieve, it's something you embody. If you have felt the glitch in your own life, the spark of greatness that threatens to ignite, then it's time to signal your intent. It's time to join the sovereign, to become part of a community that's driven by a shared purpose. A purpose to pursue greatness, to achieve excellence, to embody the best version of ourselves. This is not a call to subscribe to a newsletter or follow a social media account. This is a call to join a movement that's driven by a shared vision, a shared purpose, and a shared passion for greatness. It's a movement that's not just about achieving success. It's about living a life that's true to yourself. So if you're ready to join the sovereign, to become part of a community that's driven by greatness, then it's time to signal your intent. It's time to stand up, to take a stand, to declare your commitment to pursuing greatness. It's time to join the journey, to embark on the path, to become the person you're meant to be. The final closing the average ends here. It's time to join the sovereign, to become part of a community that's driven by greatness. If you're ready to take the next step, to embark on the journey, to become the person you're meant to be, then it's time to signal your intent.